Alright guys, this is Rich from thebgh.com, and this is the BGH, the first tournament. This is the Winners Bracket, Nations versus hDn. Alrighty. And starting at 12 o'clock we have Superman, and then going over to 1 we have Fiji, and then going down to 5 we have Shooting Spells, and at 6 we have ZorrO, 7 we have Wolverine, and 9 we have Ireland.
Yeah.
And
So
sorry, I forgot to introduce you guys. We have help as a helping me cast, help I'm dying, and yeah right, also helping.
What's going on?
Hey guys. Alright, so the first thing we notice is that 6 and 7 are both together on the same team for hDn, which is really nice because it means that blue is going to be able to go for a fast goon build, whereas the other team's not going to be nearly as safe. And teal will be all sad up alone at the 12, and will have to defend against orange and maybe a combo attack by purple or something, but probably not.
And the late scout is definitely going to help out hDn here.
Yeah, because you can note that none of the players here are scouting with their probe, which means that they won't know that hDn has the 6 and 7 combined, and hDn won't know that the other team, well, you can see the reds going for a fast gun build of 9. They won't know that brown and teal could both send their first zealot there to kind of scare the probes, maybe get a couple of kills before hopefully saving the zealot, and just getting an advantage for their fast gunner over the nation's fast gunner.
And I think also it's worth mentioning that the 5 o'clock base would be more ideal. If they were to pick a fast gooner, the 5 o'clock base would be more ideal for a fast goon because of the longer rush distance from the middle. So that's kind of a mistake in my opinion that they picked Ireland to go fast goon since he's at 9, which is fairly close to the middle.
Yeah, it's actually, I'm a little surprised they did do that. It might be because they're worried about the fact that 3 might be zealots, or it might be an hDn player, because if the guy is 3, it's pretty tough for orange to block him, because he also has to worry about the fact that his natural has 2 different entrances, and it's pretty easy to get flanked from someone at 12 and someone at 3 or something like that. So you basically kind of have to hang back a bit if you're not careful.
That's definitely true. Yeah, and 3 also has that problem of the joint choke. It's not quite as bad as 1 o'clock though.
You can see a little divergence in their fast gun builds here too, that red's range is going to be later. His range is actually significantly behind blue's for some reason, which is really annoying when you don't have range trying to fight the enemy goons, just because your goons wander forward and die, basically. I think what happened was blue actually cut a couple probes. Generally, I think of getting range more on 20 supply, whereas blue started his range on 18 supply. Not sure if it's really worthwhile cutting probes for it though, but I guess it does allow them to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, we saw red, his goon there reached brown zealots before blue got there.
Yeah, it got like 1 hit or something like that. Probably not that significant in the long run. Really right now what's more important is hurting the enemy goons than enemy zealots, because zealots are tough when they run around, and when you've got 5 of them it's pretty easy to microback the injured one who just lost his shields to take some time off. Maybe have a drink and recharge his shields.
Recuperate in the fields of ire, or the big game hunter badlands.
Yeah, don't think they want to go back to ire. I think that's what happens when they die.
I think actually they return as dragoons though, so...
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not so much up on the Protoss physiology.
Oh, it looks like blue just took all 3 of red's goons, so that's definitely advantage right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sort of position which is really tough for nations when your fast gooner basically lost his goons. And I don't know, it looks pretty dangerous though here. We've got some interesting action going on with orange hitting the 12 at the same time as teal hits the 1.
They're both countering each other, it looks like. Pretty,
If you look at the supplies, they're actually exactly equal right now as well. Well, not anymore, but they were when I said it. But the problem is that Teal got two of his zealots trapped. Looks like Orange had some really nice micro there to trap the Teal zealots, whereas Teal, I mean, I guess he's doing okay at the moment, but not so great.
You'll see Teal focusing on gateways.
Gateways, while Orange is focusing on probes and other units. This is pretty costly. You have a limited window where you can do damage, and just kind of wasted that time killing a gateway instead, which is pretty insignificant.
Yeah, gateways are a long-term solution, because if you can continually pump the units to them, then killing gateways is good, because it basically means that they'll stop getting reinforcements. But if you just want to do the maximum damage, killing probes are like the best thing you can do, because they die so fast in 3 hits.
Yeah, Teal managed to actually hold that off eventually.
He's got
he lost
10
a lot
less
more,
supply than Fiji, though.
Yeah, and despite the fact that he was targeting the gates, Fiji actually has more gates than him now anyway. I mean, right now, it looks like Nations has a large advantage. Their fast schooner is not really any stronger than Red, and Spells is doing okay at holding back Brown despite the long distance from his base versus Brown's short distance.
They seem to have a good command of the choke at the moment.
I think right now Spells is just getting his speed, but he's not getting DTs. If he did get DTs, that would basically seal the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're engaging when they have a lot less units, which is obviously a bad idea.
Well, I mean,
they just lost their army.
Yeah, a big problem here is that Blue and Brown are really close to their base, so their reinforcements get there fast, whereas Red and Purple are pretty far from their base, and you know, they basically lost their units, and now they have a large disadvantage of just fighting in the middle. It's pretty amazing how quickly the game can turn around like that. So I think it was a mistake by Purple to not get DTs, frankly. When his Citadel was up for that long, he could have easily gotten DTs. And
yeah, it wouldn't cost that much more money.
Yeah, none of the HDN players have any sort of ob coming at this stage. Blue has a forge but no cannons, and the other players, I guess Teal's getting his cannons, but Brown has absolutely nothing.
Brown has a cannon. He's got a cannon building.
He's got a cannon building, yeah. But the way he's got his cannons, he could lose all but 2 of his gates.
That's true.
You could get those
During
top
that last
3 gates
battle,
pretty easily.
Those extra Teal zealots actually were very important. They managed to hold off Red's reinforcing goons, which allowed Brown and Blue to take on Purple zealots 2-on-1. Red's reinforcements were much later, thanks to Teal, who otherwise would have been out of the game, but those 5 or 6, 7 extra zealots managed to make a big difference in that battle right there.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like Brown has a DT out.
He does. What do you think about the Orange versus Teal situation? I mean, looks like Orange is winning, but is that really important, do you think, or how do you feel
looks like
about
there's
this?
a DT already kind of doing damage at Orange. I think since it's got a cannon,
have to wonder
really gonna die.
If Orange clearly has an advantage over Teal, but if Orange is only preoccupied with Teal, is it really that big of an advantage? I mean, we clearly see that Fiji is almost 30 supply above Teal, but if all his units are preoccupied with fighting Teal, his units can't help in the team battles.
I think it's a tough situation for Fiji, because his allies are losing their 2v2. So even though he could pretty easily finish Teal by himself, he really doesn't have the time to do so, because his allies are going to lose the game if he does.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be able to come back if they did lose. And I don't think he could kill Teal fast enough to where he could make a difference in their 2v2.
We see Fiji wasting quite a few zealots on this attack on Blue.
Yeah, one thing he could have tried potentially is if he thinks he has the ability to finish Teal by himself, he could try going for Teal and hope that he'll do more damage to Teal than they'll do to Ireland. But
or he could
overall, it's tough.
snipe the cannons at one of their bases and and then one of his allies is getting DT'd. Purple could send DTs in for the finish.